Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ethan, bringing you some more Draft Day Sports College Basketball 22. And we're back with the South Carolina Gamecocks. If you didn't watch last episode, please go watch it. It was absolute madness. We lost in the Final Four to the eventual champions in Michigan. Tough, tough, tough loss. It's been a few days since I played the save, so I've had time to digest. But yes, we took a Final Four L, but you have to look at the big picture of what we've really done here um, over the years. 5 years here, four Sweet 16s plus, one Elite Eight, one Final Four. I've ascended this program to heights that it's never seen before, and we're coming back. We have a really good recruiting class coming in. We did lose our big recruit, Chad King. I think I remember his name was. He didn't qualify, but Trey Nicholson, this guy's a beast. He was a top 25 player in the country, in my opinion, at least performance-wise. He's our crown jewel, and I think we got a couple good fillers. Ronald McDonald, really hilarious name, top 10 player in the region. These guys are going to be good pieces. We are really stacked at forward and power forward. We're going to have to get some centers in the transfer portal. So no problem, though. I think center's pretty good. These guys I will extend on staff if they want something not crazy, which that's not crazy. So I will extend offers to my staff so they can stay. Will Bailey, we will wait because 72,000 is quite a bit of money. Let me check and see. Our facilities are still A, so when we get to the board, we're just going to ask for budget. I need South Carolina to work with me here and increase my budget. I do want to stay here. I love it here, and for the save-wise, I think the save loves it here, but we're going to need some money if you really want me to compete. I can't just recruit the top regions. I need all regions. But let's go ahead and let's get through the rest of the staff hiring. We already re-signed our guys. Let's go ahead and get through it. I will see you guys at the board. All right, guys, here we are at the board. And by the way, Trey Nicholson signs his LOI, so that's good to hear that he's going to sign. We're going to look and see what his rating is. So we're going to ask for money. We don't need facilities. We don't need time. We're already there. We just need money. Please give us another... Get us to 300,000. That would be really a respectable step in the right direction. I've gone to I just took us on a Final Four run. Cash it in. Let me cash in on that. This is our second Final Four ever in program history. Denied again. Ah, frustrating, but it's hard to get these schools to budge. They still qualify for NCAA, win the SEC tournament, 20 games. This is all reasonable goals. They are, but we need more money. We should have aspiration of winning this national championship. I just brought us to a Final Four. You know, I mean, we've been a very consistent team over the years. 3 SEC tournament championships. All right, guys. Hey, let's get into the new season. And let's see what happens. We are losing our dear friend and almost irreplaceable Matt Weaver. I don't know what we're going to do without this guy. Two-time SEC Player of the Year. Two-time first team All-Conference. He should have made an All-American team, at least a second team. It's going to be very difficult to replace this guy, but we need to do our best. Over 1,900 points, but... Matt Weaver, absolute legend. Best player in South Carolina history. Absolute stud. All right, guys. I will see y'all at the next season, and we'll get ready for these transfers. All right, boys. Welcome back to the start of the new season here. Let's go ahead and get through these emails. Don't need to worry about these. We have 3 scholarships, so 3 seniors coming up. How did we do? 58th. Okay. We're making around the 50s, the 60s, 30s, the 50s. You know, that kind of conference movement, nothing too crazy. And then here we are at the transfer. So Will Cravens, I believe this was a power forward. He wasn't too good for us. He'll be better for somebody else, but yeah, he only got 1 minute per game. He's not going to like that, and he doesn't like his teammates. It's fair enough. We were really stacked. But let's go ahead and take a look at our roster, guys, and then we'll identify what we need in the transfer portal. So Norman Murray, who is our star point guard, is hurt. He's going to be hurt for another 200 days. I'm not going to waste his senior year. He will get a red shirt and he will play next year. Cuz this guy's good, ball handler, passer, everything here. I mean, just look at the stats. He's really good. And he does lack in defense, but he can run our offense well. So if we redshirt him, he'll learn the offenses even better. He'll get better at defending, and he'll be a championship-worthy point guard on a championship team. Frank Wallace and Alfred Kittles, those are going to be our backups. Okay, let me sort this by stars there. Okay, Nathaniel Augustine, yeah, he played last year and was a SEC All-Conference second-teamer. So he's definitely going to be the starter. Came from Mississippi State. He's definitely starting at shooting guard. And this is our depth. This is our bench. I don't know how much they're developing because they're not really playing. But how many minutes? You were getting 14 minutes, so you were actually getting the majority. Alfred was getting some minutes as well, so they are our good backups. We do need some depth at point guard if possible. Wow, actually right now Keith Ansley is coming in higher rated than Trey, but we will see once the thing gets reevaluated who really is a beast. If they're both beasts, that's really, really good. I think Trey has way more upside. He's 3-star right now. I actually believe he might be a 4-star player. This guy was top 25 at Indy. He is a really, really good recruit. One of the best recruits that we've had. Hopefully he can keep his grades up. That's the only thing I'm worried about, but Trey should be a beast. I'm probably going to start him over Keith because Keith, he was a little bit lower rated, but he was really, really good in region. So this guy might be overlooked as well. So we might have just really landed our good depth at small forward for a while. Now power forward, we're really good as well. We got 4 amazing power forwards. So we definitely need center help. So we need multiple centers before we need a guard. We do need a point guard and maybe 1 center since we have too many power forwards. But Ronald McDonald, the freshman, a little injury prone, not the greatest trait, questionable work ethic. We'll see how he develops, and he'll need to develop, but he could play. But we have Andre right now, who's pretty much maxed out learning our offense. Still, he's gonna start, and he's gonna have to be a big piece. 2 SEC second teamers return with Andre and Augustine. So if we can get a good point guard, since Murray won't be here yet, we'll have Trey and Keith, and we'll get a good center. So I think that's our plan. I'm going to go look for a center, guys. If you haven't seen my tips and tricks, go watch the last episode. I gave you a little tutorial on how to recruit. I was looking for where Texas is. They're number 12. They have fallen off. St. Mary doing really well, kind of doing better than Gonzaga. That's kind of crazy, but North Carolina is still on top. Michigan, nowhere to be found, but maybe they just had a really good year with a bunch of great freshmen. So, alrighty, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do what I do and look for a center and look for a guard. I will let you know who I go after, and we'll see what happens. Alright, guys, welcome back. It's week 2. We didn't get anybody. I basically went after the big whales. Like, I went to the magazines and went through the top dudes and just went for the top guys, and obviously that didn't work out because we're still South Carolina. But man, I see a couple A scouts in here that I know that I did the scouting. Some 2 A's, 2 point guards. Shoot, I would love a chance at one of them, even if it means that we're going to be a little bit weak at center. I think let me double check my power forward depth to see if we can make up for that. because I really don't want to miss that point guard. That would be awesome. It's not great, but like Gabe Brown, could get the job done. He's an overall good player, and the more we play him, the more he's going to develop. He'll stay. Maybe the freshman can get some minutes too. And maybe we can put Andre at the center, and we can run Keith and Trey at center and power forward, or small forward and power forward, if Keith holds up in this rating, and Trey does hold his rating as well. I would really like to get a nice point guard, even if it means compromising center for 1 year. Let me think about this. It's an interesting decision, right? If you go for both A's, you're likely to get one, maybe not both. And if you miss out on both, you really suck. That hurts. If we don't get either, that sucks. Let's see. Did we go? Wait, yeah. I think I might have offered this guy. I don't remember who I offered. I should have been paying attention. I know I didn't offer this guy from Clemson, which he is going to get the offer, I think. 12-4 too. Wait. Come to Clemson. Oh my gosh, this guy is a beast. If he really is, I mean, we got to give it a shot, right? Thing is I think I might have offered this guy already a scholarship, and he said no. No, I don't think I did. Maybe not for this guy, but he is looking at bigger schools. There's a couple B centers. Let me take a look at this guy from Illinois who gets 7-4 and 10-4 from Houston. Keith Crosby, 3.5 out of 4. What's your attitude like? Not friendly. I mean, do you ball though? You're only getting 21 minutes. You're okay. I mean, let me look at this guy from Houston. 4 out of 4.5. Looks a little bit better. He's a disruptive force. That's not good. Wants to play. Got redshirted and I put 10-4. 10-4 and 2 assists. A block or a steal in a game. It's impactful. He could probably get the job done. He knows motion already as well. I mean, tough call. What about these point guards right here? 4.5. Ooh. This is like a scoring and passing point guard. Ooh, this was the guy who I offered initially, and he has some interest. I think I'm going to have to finish the job with him. He's not a great defender, actually, but 13, basically 13, 3 and 3 with 2 steals a game. I think this guy's very good, and we can use him. Brian Bowie, I'm going to hope we are his top choice and he comes to us. And we're going to go ahead and grab... Oh, wait, we offered 2 point guards now. Shit, I forgot about that. Well, I'm okay with getting 2 point guards and running our power forward and two small forwards. I'm okay with that. So let me go ahead and do some more scouting, guys, and I will see y'all at the next week. Interesting decision, right? It's tough. You want to get the best available players you can out of here. When you see a couple A's, you really got to pay attention to see if you have a chance. All right, guys, welcome back. We do get Brian Bowie to come. He is a point guard. He is going to play in place of Norman for this year. That's a huge pickup for us. Let's go ahead and check him out. He is a 4-star out of 4.5 star, 100% outside shooting. He's going to knock down that 3, just absolutely wet. Good scoring, good passing. Not a great handler, but like he's just going to like pass the ball, move without the ball, and score and pass. And he'll get some steals. He'll rebound defensively. I mean, he's not a complete liability on defense. I mean, he'll run the offense. Now, he needs to learn our motion and try and go a little better, but he's got time. He's got talent. I have no doubt that this guy will make some plays. He's not friendly. He's a tough dude. He hopefully won't get injured too much. But he comes from Virginia, 13, 3 and 3 with 2 steals. I like it. Hopefully he can add some flair. So I like our option at point guard, and maybe we can just run the depth that we have. We do still need a center. We are looking for that. We are absolutely good on forwards for many, many years. We need to develop these guys or let them transfer or something needs to happen. So, interesting dynamics here. We got a great roster coming. I need to remember to redshirt Norman. So let's go ahead and look and see who we have left in this third week, guys. And see who we can target with this last offer. I'm happy that we got a great point guard. I'm liking the way this team's coming out. I'm liking the way we can make another deep run. This guy from Houston's still available. You know, I think I'm going to take a chance on him. He's a disruptive force, but I hate that. I do hate the disruptive force. Let me look at some C's here. This guy from Prairie View is a junior. This guy's a senior. I could actually go with the senior and get the scholarship back, which is what I really like. You can give someone like from Murray State, like this guy from Murray State, the start. I don't know if he's good enough. I want someone who at least knows the offense. But you could go and target a senior, so that way you can use the scholarship on a freshman if you want. But I was looking at this guy, 2.5 stars out of 3 stars, 91 shooting though, not great defense. He was like the best player from the SWAC, but I just don't think that's good enough for our level, right? Like, he's good for that level, but he won't. I don't think he will do good in our next level. So we keep looking. We have a junior from Western Michigan. He gets 9 and 5, 3 out of 4 stars. Has a defender badge. I really like that. I actually really like that. If I'm gonna grab somebody, I want somebody with that defender's badge. Doesn't care about playing time. You know, I think this is somebody who's gonna be really solid for us. I really like the defender badge. Oops, I hit a button on my mouse, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with that guy, guys. That guy from Western Michigan. I'm gonna go ahead and give him an offer, and if he wants to come, he'll be a great piece to come off the bench or maybe even start. We'll see. If you're a great defender, that's all I need, because I got plenty of playmakers. Yeah, Derek. Yeah, this guy will fit in quite well if he has a good attitude. You can come in and be a nice piece on a championship roster. I mean, we are so close at being championship ready. I will see you guys at the next week. Let's see if we get our boy Derek. All right, so we get our boy Derek from Western Michigan. He comes in. Let's go ahead and take a look at him as a center. 3 stars out of 4 star. Hopefully that stays. Maybe he drops to like 2.5. Hopefully he doesn't drop to like a 1.5. That would really suck. He's not the highest ranked guy in the world, but he has some experience now. So hopefully with that experience, he's developed and grown and he's ready. He doesn't know our offense at all, but the man can defend. The man can put the ball in the basket when he's inside. That's all that matters. You can learn an offense, and when you're playing with good talent, you're going to be fine. So we have 3 4 stars and a couple 3.5 stars, and then some nice 3 stars. So again, we are a deep team. We have quality. Brian Bowie, Brian's going to probably start. Nathaniel's going to start. I'm going to have to work out this situation. Maybe it's either Trey or Keith. And then Andre's going to start, and maybe Derek. We'll see. Because Nathaniel and Andre are both returning all-conference players. They're going to be in there. Brian Bowie will be a great piece as a transfer. Trey is the amazing freshman coming in. He's probably going to get there. That means Keith right now, who is another amazing freshman, he might come off the bench. Or I might need to make room for him. We'll have to see how Derek pans out, if he can really play the center or not for us this year. That's what it comes down to. But Brian and Nathaniel and Andre, that's pretty much a lock. Trey and Keith, they'll probably battle it out for the small forward position. And then center, we'll see. It really depends on Keith and Trey, how good they are, and if that pushes Andre to the center role. Derek is the most likely one to get a backup role, since he really doesn't care. But hey, he will be the backup center. He'll be our main 6 man. I really like our roster this year, guys. I think we have another great chance at it. We don't have a Matt Weaver on this team this year. Somebody's going to have to step up. Maybe Brian, maybe Nathaniel, maybe Andre. Somebody's going to have to step up, though. If we had Norman along with these guys, we would be super, super beasts. So, anyways, that's it for the transfers, guys. Let's go ahead and skip through the rest of these transfers, and then we'll go ahead and get to regular recruiting, get our targets, get our recruiting done, and we'll get into the start of these games, and we'll see how this season goes for us now. Is it going to be a great roller coaster and full of disappointment again, or are we going to finally break through? I think a realistic goal, if we're being very realistic, we can't just try to win the championship right away. We're going to do our hardest to win it. Another Elite 8 with a push for a Final Four, I think is good. For a school like this, we just lost our best player in Matt Weaver. We got to recover from that. We just got our transfer point guard to settle. We got our transfer center to settle. We are returning 2 SEC All Conference players. So we should win the SEC, and we should definitely make the Sweet 16, and we should push for a Final Four again. And if we get there, hey, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. So I'll see you guys once this is done. All right, guys, here we are at the start of the summer travel plans and getting ready for the start of recruiting. Let's go ahead and take a look at how the roster adjustments, went through. So Brian Bowie, 3.5 out of 4.5 stars. Still a really, really good player. He's going to be our starting point guard for sure. Apparently Nathaniel Augustine goes down a little bit to a 3-star, but we know he's a beast, right? Second team SEC. He's in there. He's the starter. Maybe Keith is a little bit better than Trey. Trey is really good and overall, but he still needs some development, right? Maybe Keith Ansley right now might be a little bit more developed, but he has a lower ceiling, right? Like, he has already developed closer to his ceiling, where Trey has a lot more room to grow. He could be a much better player overall, but maybe not by much, right? Just a half-star better in potential-wise, so we'll see. Andre, he is definitely getting that start at power forward. I'm now looking at my center, Derek, that we got in transfer. He's actually a 2-star. He's still good. The defender badge went away, but we know he has it. No, wait, he has the defender's badge. It's just highlighted in deep black, so it's hard to see. So we'll see. If he picks up the offense and the AI thinks it's a good decision, we'll put him in. I think we'll put him in for his defense. I still like our team. I'm not sure what our chances are. We're going to have to really rely on our guards and Andre, and we're going to need Keith or Trey to really step up. I'm not sure who to start between these guys yet. I'll need some help. I'll decide on that later, but let's go ahead and let's delete these emails, and let's go ahead and finalize our summer plans, and we'll get to recruiting. I know it's going to Indy and Memphis. That's good to me. Let me go ahead and advance, and I will see you guys once this is done. And actually, it doesn't take that long. I'll keep you guys here with me. We'll set up my board really quick. I'm going to go with the best players. We're going to grab the best available players we can. We need another center. We're going to try and find another Matt Weaver if possible. That's a hard ask, but we almost had it in Chad King. So if we can try and find another Chad King to replace Matt Weaver, that'll be really good. Brian hopefully will work out for us at point guard for the next few years. Norman will be back next year. Nathaniel Augustine should be there for shooting guard. We might need a little depth. We're really good at power forward and small forward. So I think I know what I need in this class. So let me go ahead and add people to the board, guys, and we'll get recruiting. I'll go ahead and give you guys the highlights like I do throughout the way, or throughout the season that I do this. So let me show you how we're going to go about it. We're going here, and boom, anyone who's interested. We already have a 5-star who's actually given us the time of the day. 34. He may be a low 4-star, high 5-star, but he has some interest in us. That's beautiful to see. Really, really awesome. So the number 1 guy is from South Carolina. We're probably not going to be able to touch him, but we're going to give him a visit. We're going to try. We're also going to try for this point guard, 100%, 3.1. He's going to qualify. So I'm going to show you what I'll do here. First, anybody with interest. Anybody with interest within the region gets an ad. And I'll do this probably for like the top 30. It's so nice now that we're starting to get interest from a lot of top level prospects. Like almost all the top guys in our region have at least some interest of us. They know about us. They know what we've been doing. Means we're pretty much a big time school now. So I had about 41 people there. That was from the Southeast region. Now I go to South Carolina, where our state is in particular, and now I try to overstretch. So I see this guy, 2.5. He might not qualify, just like Chad King didn't qualify, so I might not bother, and he's top 4. I don't think we can recruit that high, honestly. So I'm going to add this point guard. I'd love to get him. I'm going to add him to the list, and we're going to host him right away, and he comes visit since he's from South Carolina. We're going to try and generate interest on that right away. But other than that, guys, I'm just going to recruit like normal. We're going to recruit like normal. I'm going to come all the regions and just recruit like crazy and identify the top guys and the guys that we have a best chance at. And I'll give you guys the highlight when it comes through. So I'll see you guys there. Well, guys, I'm really conflicted. There's this guy, Bob Fuller, who's a small forward. He was top 5 in Memphis, and he was top 25 in Indy. He's one of the best players in the country, at least in the top 50 for sure. We're pretty good at small forward, but how can I say no to a really good player? He doesn't have any interest in us right now, but he's not interested in a lot of big schools. You know, I'm not sure what he cares about, but we'll have to keep looking here. Terrence, who is from South Carolina, top 25 and top 5 in Memphis, is a point guard from South Carolina, cares about location. That's going to be an offer. We're going to have to beat out Clemson and a couple other schools, but that's going to be an offer for sure. So Terrence Lindman's going to get the offer, and there's some good small forwards out there. I'll give this guy a host. He doesn't want to come. This guy's from South Carolina, power forward. See, every position that we're already super stacked in, we got some decent prospects who did well at camps. It's really conflicting because we need a center, but there's no good centers who are doing really well in camps. So what do? I mean, you try and get them in the transfer portal, but my transfer center wasn't as good as we thought. So it's conflicting. We only have 2 scholarships this year, so we'll see. We have to make the best decision for the team. You know, is that the best available player or what? We'll find out. I'll see you guys at in-home visits. Yeah, so after evaluating, guys, we really have no good centers. These centers weren't good enough, so we're centerless. We're not going to have centers. We're going to have to play power forwards at center, so we're going to need good small forwards. We're going to need good power forwards until we can find a good one in the transfer portal or something. We just did not find a good one. We were really banking on Chad King, but we just don't have that level of talent at the center position this year in the South region. So one of the crappy things about only recruiting in the South is I can't just go to another region and bring a guy in for visits and constantly recruit him. I don't have the budget for that. So all right, guys, I'm still going to narrow this down and get to in-home visits, and we'll see who we'll go after for this last scholarship. All right, yeah, guys, I'm going to go with the best player that I think is available is this guy, top 5 in our region, top 25, scholarship. Those are our 2 guys. We're at August 21st right now, so not quite in-home visits, but Terrence, he's hot on us and South Carolina. It's literally a bang-bang fight with our... yeah, hell yeah, let's call him. It's our bitter rival. It's our in-state rival. This is Clemson here. Like, we're fighting for one of the top guys in South Carolina. I can't let this guy go there. We're going to have to really hope he doesn't commit right away. He slightly likes Clemson more than us, is what I was trying to say. But then we're going to go for Bob. Same thing. We're basically in a battle with this guy for Clemson. You know what? We'll go toe-to-toe with Clemson. I'm not scared. I could go with someone like this who's top 10, but you know what? I'm willing to fight with Clemson on the top dude. So I will go ahead and get to the in-home visit screen, and we'll make our visits, guys, and we'll go from there. All right, boys, here we are at our in-home visit. Let's visit our boy Terrence. He is hot on a couple other schools right now. Visit him. We're talking about location. Come play for the Gamecocks. We've done so much better than Clemson. Back to back to back to back Sweet 16s. 3-time SEC champions. We are so much better than Clemson. Come on. And you'll play here for sure. Maybe. Yeah. You know, we have some depth there, but I think you're a quality player. And Bob, same thing, man. And we got way better facilities than Clemson. We got A facilities. I don't know what Clemson has, but they don't got A. They might have like B's. We're better. And we got everything. We're in the SEC. We're in South Carolina. We're in South Carolina. He's from Georgia. I mean, we're right there. We're right there. Just basically right next door. Come on in. Those are our two main dudes. Now, our backup options, I'm going to go with someone like Ronald Hayes. No. We're not going to go with someone like Ronald Hayes. I'm trying to look for someone who's hot. Jovan. I haven't looked at this guy. Nah. I'll find some backup options here. Let's look at, look above us. I think Tariq Taylor was really good, right? Yeah, we'll go with like Tariq Taylor. We'll pitch him on facilities, see if we can like sway him. He'll be a nice backup option. He's a really good player. And like Chris, there were some really, really good point guards. We'll look for Mike Fisher. Top 25 in Indy. See, this guy was a baller too. We have decent academics. We're going to make sure we stay in the contention with some of those point guards that we like in case something doesn't work out, in case Clemson comes by. But let's go. Let's try and get our guys. And then we'll get into some games. All right, guys? Let's see what we got this season. All right, guys. We got 2 decisions right away. I haven't looked at it. Let's take a look at the home visits first before we take a look at the decision first. We can just get Mike Fisher out of the way. Hey, he liked us visiting him. That's cool, but right now we need to look at Tariq Taylor, who's our backup option. He wants to come play for us, so this could be also another amazing hooper to add, but we might not have the room right now. Bob, he's impressed and he wants to come. Same with here. Do we got 2 decisions to come? He's chosen our school, and he's chosen our school. So we get 2 of our top targets, and not only do we get 2 of our top targets, we steal 2 of Clemson's top targets that they were going after. So not only do we build our program, but we hurt Clemson. That is so amazing, guys. We only had 2 scholarships this year, and we get the 2 guys that we want. They get this guy right here. He's actually really good. He was the other top 5 kid. He was pretty good, a little bit lower ranked. We're so stacked at power forward, we don't need him. But Terrence, he is an absolute stud. Top 25 at Indy, top 5 in Memphis. This guy is a top 50 player for sure from South Carolina. One of the best from South Carolina. Not the top prospect, but basically one of the top 10. And he's coming to play for South Carolina. Gotta love it. He's going to be a great player. He's going to play right after Norman Murray's done, and he's going to be good as long as he doesn't transfer out. Same thing with Bob Fuller. Hopefully he can come in and be really impactful right away. I'm banking on these camp performances. I think we just picked some really good options, and we capitalized on the 2 scholarships we have. If we take a look at the recruiting class, it's all 4-star players in the top 50. I mean, we are really up in our recruiting game here. Even though we don't have the budget, we are getting some of the top guys in the region. You know, 3rd ranked small forward and 15th ranked. But look at this. There's just so many point guards. It's just so stacked at point guard this year. Let's see how that compares just right now. It's worth about 17 points. I think we're going to go for another top 50 class worthy. Right now it's in the top 10, but when people start adding on more, we'll probably be in the top 30, maybe 40. So we'll see, because we don't have volume. If we had more volume, I would go sign a couple of those other guys. But let's go ahead and see how the schedule is going to work out this year, guys. I'm really happy with recruiting. Wow, our athletic director loves us this year. We got a lot of home games against pretty much a bunch of nobodies and a out-of-conference tournament. And wow, guys, we are set up for success this year. I mean, we have a possibility to go undefeated at home against all the, just complete home games. Athletic director just hooked it up. I got to appreciate that. Athletic director giving us some nice cupcake home games after we got into a Final Four. Make sure we can stay healthy. Don't get injured against tough teams. That is awesome. I don't do anything to influence the schedule or anything, guys. I just kind of let the schedule come. But that's amazing. I really enjoy this schedule. I think we have a chance to just win all these games, and then why not just win this tournament as well before the conference, where the SEC, of course, is just brutal, right? SEC is just such a brutal conference. All right. I know our goal is to qualify for the NCAA. We've done that, and we've done way beyond that. Our goal is to at least make the Sweet 16 and really push for a Final Four, like make a real contention. I hope we have the team this year. I'm not sure. I'm bringing in some nice pieces next year. We'll see. We'll see how far we have to push this team, and how many years away are we? Are we like that close, or are we still a few years away? I'm curious, but I'm going to go ahead and pause it here, guys. I'm going to sim through the rest of practice, and then we'll get to the lineups, and then we'll get to these games. Let's go. All right, guys, I wanted to come in really quick because we got the red shirt reminder, so I wanted to come in red shirt Norman Murray. Remember, he's our 4-star out of 4-star player right now. Oh, he's actually going to only be out 43 days, but that's a whole month. Basically, he'll be gone. Actually, he could come back and add some nice depth. See, here's what we do. We either redshirt him right now and we get the full him next year, full potential, full blown on. As long as he doesn't transfer. It doesn't look like he would transfer. Why transfer at this point, right? So we give him the red shirt. We let him sit out this year. And we let him play next year. That was my plan. Coming back in about 40 days, it'll be December. Maybe January. I would like to use his talents more next year. Oh, you can't redshirt a senior. Oh, that sucks. Oh, there has to be. They need to add some sort of medical redshirt, so it can only be like sophomores and freshmen. Gotcha, Trey. Come on, how is Trey? So interesting how Trey hasn't. It's not the player I thought he was. Keith is actually a little bit better. It's going to be a weird depth chart. So actually, we're not going to redshirt him. We're actually going to let Norman, when he's healthy, he's going to get the starting job. And that's going to really mess the roster up a little bit, but we'll adjust. I'm not going to let this guy. When this guy was playing, he was a beast. When he was on the court, he was doing absolute work for us. So, all right, I'll go ahead and sim through this week, and then we'll go ahead and figure out our lineup. And let's get into some games, guys. All right, boys, welcome back. Here we are at the depth chart screen. I'm going to go ahead and let the AI suggest it first and then make any changes that I see. All right, I like Brian and Augustine. I like that. Keith, I do like that. I basically like everything so far. Greg, or Andre, I like it. And then they want Greg Brown at center. They want the more experienced offensive proficient player who has some potential to play. And I don't disagree. I think he is a really good defender. I think he's just kind of a jack of all trades, which I think we like and we can use. I like it. Let's see how our bench is. Trey is our first one off the bench, followed by Frank Wallace and Ronald McDonald. AJ Kitty's up there, and then Derek Collar's playing. Honestly, the AI did a really, really good job. The only thing is when this guy comes back from 36 days, we're going to have to find a way to get him some minutes. But honestly, I like it. I like our forwards. I like our guards. And I like our center. This is honestly exactly how I would have done it. I was only thinking about Gabe versus Derek. Derek, he was a nice transfer, but he will come off the bench. He has a nice badge, but he will be great off the bench. He'll pick up some power forward and center minutes. But Andre this year and Nathaniel Augustine, they're going to have to carry along with the freshmen. And Gabe Brown's going to have to step up in his sophomore year as well. People are going to have to show their piece. This is our transfer. He's a sophomore. Augustine's a junior, freshman, junior. Kind of a young team. We got a couple juniors and sophomores, but young team. I think they'll play well together. Let's see where we're predicted to finish in the SEC. Probably second. We're never in the top 25 preseason, which is always interesting to me. Third. Okay, wow. Alabama has a really good roster this year, huh? Oh, yeah, some two. Chad Kent? Wait, no. Oh, my God. So, dude, that's the guy that... Wow, how salt is that? Chad Kent goes to Alabama, a rival school. Oh, that is brutal. How painful. You fail to qualify for us, so you go to Alabama. Oh, wow, crushing. Well, we're expected to finish third. Let's go out and have a good year, guys. I like our chances. We're young and we can develop. I like our guys. We're young and we can still develop. Kind of a growing year. Let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule. It's very favorable through November. Let's go ahead and get to this tournament. We have such a favorable home schedule, guys, that I just want to get to this tournament. These are most likely dubs, even though we're a questionable team still. These are most likely dubs. Let's go ahead and get to December 23rd and see how that tournament goes. I will see you guys there. Let's see what this team is like. All right, boys, welcome back. We're a good way through the season. We're a good way through December. We're 8-1 right now. We did drop a home game against Georgia State. That was a tough one, 62-67 early on in the season. Something like that can happen. But other than that, we've been pretty much cruising. NC Astro, I guess, gave us... 12 points isn't really tight, right? But a 5-point game is definitely tight. Other than that, we've been doing really well. My only thing is we haven't really been tested. These all have been lower level teams. But now we're going on to this neutral court tournament, and we're going to see how we do. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys come along with me. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats really quick on who's balling out. And it's Andre, the power forward. He's putting up 12 and 7. He's trying to make up and be what Matt Weaver was and really hold down the inside. So hopefully he can do that. Brian Bowie, he is being the scorer. He's not getting as many assists as I thought he would be, but he is scoring for us, so he is doing pretty good work for us. I can appreciate that. And then Nathaniel Augustine, the SEC all conference as well, putting up 10-5. He's the one he's being more of the point guard than our other guy. So Nathaniel Augustine's honestly playing the point shooting guard here, and he's getting 6 assists and doing really well on the defensive end as well. Really, really solid defender. So, other than that, we have a couple 8-9 point averages here by a couple other starters and the bench players. I like this 8 and 5 coming off the bench here for my transfer. I think he's playing really well. He might earn himself a starting position with that defender badge next year. Greg Brown, is he playing all right? Let's go ahead and look at the pie chart. Yeah, so Nathaniel Augustine's pretty huge with him getting so many assists. Andre's doing well. Keith is playing well, right? Not bad. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Trey doing about all right. He probably wants a little bit more minutes, but we need a win. I also need you to develop, so we'll see what happens. I'm bringing in our recruiting class is pretty good on who we're bringing in. We got this other small forward to potentially replace, so we got tough decisions ahead of us, right? So we'll see what happens. And I really like our recruiting class. I'm just going to take a quick peek. Third in the SEC still. Some top dogs recruiting. Where did we finish off? In the top 30. Or top 40 still. So pretty good, but oops. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and see how we do in this tournament. It's the Jag Holiday Invitation. So in Vegas, we're the 4 seed. Texas is here. Let's see how we do. And we get bounced in the first round. Not looking good, guys. That is not a good sign of how we're going to perform against tough competition. Rough. Absolutely rough. First round exit in our neutral court tournament. That just shows that the teams that we're beating up are pretty cupcakey. I'm not sure how we're going to do this year, guys. I hope that's a wake-up call to our team and they step up. But that was not a good sign. But let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and sim through the back half of January, and we'll pick up in February. We'll see where the team is at. Let's take a look at the standings right now in the SEC. We are middle of the pack. There are some really good teams this year. I think this might be a struggle year. Kentucky is down. Wow. No, I didn't see that coming. Wow. Okay. Well, guys, let's go ahead and sim to February, and we will check in with the team then. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see, like, we got some tough games. I mean, look at this stretch right here. This 4-game stretch is brutal. We'll see where we end up, guys. Let's see. Hopefully it's not too much of a down year. All right, boys. Welcome back. We're having a tougher season for sure. The SEC is much tougher this year, and we're not as good. There's just nothing else to say. We're not as good. The last 4 years, Matt Weaver has covered up a lot of mistakes and a lot of holes in this team. And without Matt Weaver, we're definitely feeling the struggles. We're still good. We're 5-4. We're middle of the pack, right? We finished off December good, but then close game on the road at Auburn. But then we won our home games. We're losing the games I guess we're supposed to lose, right? Really close game against Kentucky. Nice home win against Vanderbilt. So we're winning at home, but on the road we struggle hard, right? We're beating Florida at home, but I mean we're getting smashed by, or no, that's actually a win at Mizzou. So we're trending upward. I like where we're going, but we are having a tougher season. We played some easy competition, and now we're getting hit with this SEC competition, and we're struggling a little bit on the road. Hopefully the back half of the schedule can be a little bit easier. Georgia's a tough game. Tennessee is tough. They're very good this year. We get Alabama at home, and all these away games, they're going to be tough. So we'll see how we can close out. We really need to fight for our tournament life here. We're only at a net ranking 60. We're probably really, really borderline a bubble watch team, honestly. If we come here to the bubble watch, first of all, St. Mary is absolutely crushing it. St. Mary and other teams, but we are barely in as an at-large. I don't even think we're in. No, we're on the outside looking in. Auburn's even ahead of us. Texas A&M's ahead of us. I don't see us over here, but I didn't see us in here. No, we are right here. 42nd. We are one of the very few teams left in. So we need to have a much better back half of this season to make the NCAAs as an auto bid, which is what we're going to need. It's going to be tough. Still a 3-headed monster with our 2 guards and Andre. So we're doing the best we can with what we got, but without Matt Weaver, we're starting to show our colors, you know. But hopefully we need a nice prestige jump here to get to 3.5. So we need to make a good run. Let's do it, guys. Let's go ahead and sim the rest of the regular season and see how we end up before tournament time. We're right on the bubble. All right, guys. We are making a switch that I should have made a while ago, but Norman Murray is finally injury-free, and we're going to put him back on the court, which means the freshman who was doing well, he's going to come off the bench. We're going to give this lineup a try, and we're going to see how things go. The season hasn't been going great. We're 5-6. we're not doing too well. So any switch up right now will help. So hopefully him coming off the bench, he's not going to mind too much and he can still develop. He's got good minutes, but I need to let him play out his senior year and see if we can get a little bit different results. Let's go. Let's finish off the season strong. Alright, boys. Welcome back. If my energy's a little down, it's because we're having a really, really tough year. We're playing down. Maybe my expectations of this team were a little high. We are definitely struggling. We're losing super close games. Like, look at this. We're losing 1-point games, 2-point games, and then a couple points, and then like we're 3-point game, 5-point game. We're losing such close games. But then look, we beat Alabama, number 3 Alabama at home by 22. Like, this team has given me such a weird roller coaster of emotions. And guys, I'm gonna show you something. Look how many team incidents and post-game incidents there are right here. And there was a lot more that I didn't show you guys that I deleted. I mean, I might still have them. Yeah, like, guys, I've been dealing with post-game incidents the whole season. And it's just kind of really driven the love for this team and this program down with just all the constant fighting. I haven't even discussed anybody and their attitudes. I just want the guys who are fighting, I want them to transfer. I just want them to leave. But I wanted to discuss one thing here before we move on to the stats and look in the standings. You know, I'm trying to put myself in the position and the point of view of Journeyman. You know, this is his 12th year, right? Let's see. This is his 12th year as head coach, and he's nothing but South Carolina, really, his whole life, right? Like, he was born in Virginia, got his first job at South Carolina State, stayed there 4 years, then went back home to Virginia to coach George Mason for 2 years. And now he's at his 6th year at South Carolina. You know, all he's known is South Carolina his whole life. And, you know, it starts to linger in your head a little bit as a coach. Like, you know, I feel like I'm one of the best coaches out there. You can get any job you want in the country for the most part if they give you a chance. You know, Journeyman just kind of starts to wonder what else there is out there. South Carolina isn't the only state in the United States. What about Florida? Florida's an amazing state. Being able to go to the beach every day in, like, Miami. Or like California. Being able to live in a big city. Maybe we come from a small city and, you know, we're a small country boy. So it's just something I'm considering for the save and for the role play. And, you know, something that Journeyman might want to switch up. You know, 11 years, and out of those 11 years, 8 of them, even more, like 9 of them have been in South Carolina. So maybe he wants a switch up of environment. Maybe the coach is starting to get staled out a bit. He needs a switch up, but maybe not. We'll see. We still gonna run with this team. Where the season's not over. We had a really rough season, guys. We cannot qualify for the NCAAs as an automatic bid. We need to win our tournament. Our odds to win the tournament are not looking good. There are some really, really good teams. Kentucky not being one of them this year, being very surprising. So, very tough year. I think, like we said, Matt Weaver covered up a lot of mistakes for us, and now we're facing the consequences. Our record is heavily padded by an easy out-of-conference schedule. Maybe our athletic director knew. If we took a look at the stats, I think it's the same three-headed monsters. It's the same guys. It's the same dudes, and it's just not good enough. So, and they keep fighting with each other. I don't even want to look at their attitudes. I think we can just move on, guys. I think we can just move forward and just hope for the best. Maybe we can make the NIT or a lower level tournament. Honestly, I hate saying that. It makes me want to throw up. I mean, I just came off back to back at least Sweet 16s, and we came off a Final Four, and now we're not even gonna make the tournament. I don't like that. That's not who I am as a coach, but that might be what this season is. Let's go ahead and let's get to the first game, and I will see you guys there. Before we get to our game, I did want to show you guys the top 25 in case you guys were interested who's doing good right now. St. Mary apparently is on top of the world. They must have brought in some really good recruits, followed by Baylor and Alabama, and then you can see the rest here. Dayton is up there. Richmond Spiders, wow, really surprising. Really good year out of the A10 for them. Really good representation there. A lot of SECs. Florida, UCLA, North Carolina and Texas. This is like them finally not dominating. Maybe if they finally starting to come to ground. So Ohio State, cool. We're far from the bubble watch. I know we're far. It's not even worth looking. So guys, I will see you now at our first game, and we'll see if we can make any noise. All right, boys. Here we are in the SEC tournament. We get we play Ole Miss. We were the 10 seed, so we get the 7. Let's just see how far we can go, right? We're not expected to be the winner. We just want to have a good showing, right? Our record says we're good, but we were 8-10 in the conference, below average. Really tough year. We're coming off a Final Four, and now it's a real hard rebuilding backup year. So it's been tough. We've had a lot of attitude issues. Let's see what we can make happen. Please don't get bounced in the first round, guys. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. At least we get through the first round. We win by 7. All right. Maybe the team is trying to do something. Maybe they're trying to say something. This just shows you as well, like, how important it is to have a good center. When you have a good center, a lot of this stuff becomes easier because they get rebounds, they get easy putback baskets. That's what Matt Weaver did. All right, let's see what our fate is against Florida. It's only a 5-point favorite. Their best player is out with a freaking torn ACL. I mean, if there was ever a chance at this upset, we got a chance. Nah, we don't have a chance. And you see, we have an incident right away. This is why this team has just drove me crazy this year. I hate attitude issues. I want them all to transfer. I'll take completely new players. It's just so frustrating to deal with. Oh, let's see who wins the SEC. Not us this year. Who's it going to be? Journeyman right now is looking up on his career, and he's wondering what happened. You know, I'm at the school that I thought I loved, South Carolina, and the state that I've loved so much. And now the love has gone away. It's not gone away, but it's all these attitude issues and everything. It makes you wonder. He just wonders what else is out there in the world, you know? You can't just live in a place your whole life. What else is out there? Life is short. Journeyman in save is 51 or 52 years old. He's thinking about what he wants to do. Alabama does win the SEC. You know, he wants to do big things with his life, Journeyman. You know, he's 51, you know, and he doesn't want to spend. He wants to see what else is out there in the world, but he also has loyalty to his team. So it's very conflicting. Guys, we're not going to make the tournament, but I will go to show you the selection show just to see. I know some of you guys like to see just where people end up. I don't even know if we're good enough to make an NIT, maybe like a CBI or a CIT, which, I mean, who cares, right? So I'll see you guys at the selection show. Alright, boys, here we are at the selection show. I am going to go through this pretty quickly since we're not going to be involved. You can take a look at the teams. You can pause if you want to look at the matchups a little closer, but I'm going to go at a pretty relatively fast pace. Not going to read off any of the teams' names. It's been a tough season for us, guys, you know, so it's been really weird. I had really high expectations, as you say. If you watch this video, I said I thought we would maybe make the Elite Eight or Final Four. We didn't even make the tournament, my guys. I mean, I don't know what happened. We just really fell off, and maybe Matt Weaver was obviously Matt Weaver was covering a lot of our mistakes, a lot of our weaknesses. So, but that just shows you can just get one player like that. He can take you really far. Look in his 4-year career, what he did for us: a Final Four, 2 Sweet 16s, an Elite 8 in that man's career. That's why he shows he's good. And freaking Alabama, who has our recruit Chad Kent, who didn't qualify, and he ended up going to Alabama instead because he could qualify there. And now they're the #1 seed. Okay, guys, let's see. We did get invited to something. We got invited to the CBI. Oh, I mean, who cares? We're just, I mean, yeah, let's just, you guys are right here with me. We got our team. We're just going to go with it, right? They're going to make us play this tournament. We're going to try to win it, but I really don't expect much from this team. This team hasn't shown the fight, the heart that I know. This isn't the South Carolina squads that I've had in the past. So it's hard to get excited. And now you guys see why it's hard to get excited. It's been a rough year. We just haven't been able to compete, and it's made Journeyman wonder, you know, what happened. And we got kids with attitude issues, and are they really playing for South Carolina now, or are they playing for themselves? They've seen that we've gone back to back Sweet 16s, and you know, people are looking at what can South Carolina do for me instead of what can I do for South Carolina. It's like we're going to have seasons like this, 18 and 14. I mean, we actually didn't make any of our goals. I believe we're going to regress in prestige. Tough year, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sim to the Final Four. We'll review the tournament bracket, and then we'll declare a champion. But this episode and this year, 2032, was very let's say turning of the path and big change for Journeyman. It's been a really rough year. He doesn't like to lose like this. He's used to dropping almost 30 wins in a season, not even making 20. It hurts. Double-digit loss. It hurts. So we feel that, you know, and we remember stuff like this. All right, guys, let's get to the Final Four and declare a champion, and let's have some better vibes. We'll see what Journeyman can do. This is about Journeyman at the end of the day. Let's get to the end of this. All right, guys, before we get to this Final Four, let's give credit to the lower level tournaments. Duke wins the NIT. That's hilarious. Duke's in the NIT. Akron wins CBI. California wins CIT. Congratulations. Looks like Duke should be looking for a new head coach. And maybe they should hire me, since that's my dream school at the end of the day. We always wanted to be like Coach K since he retired. That's the end game one day. We'll see. Hopefully it gets offered to us one day. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bracket, how it played out. Baylor lost in the second round, and the 12th seed made it through, which allowed Florida State to get through, but Texas Tech, the 2 seed, ultimately did good. Interesting bracket. St. Mary won here. Iowa made it pretty deep. Congrats. Wow, the 15 seed. Holy moly. Alabama, Birmingham, making it to the Elite 8, doing a real-life St. Peter's. Northern Iowa, oh my goodness, this region had all the upsets. The 11, the 14, and the 15, and they all make it through. St. Mary's had the easiest run to the Final Four ever. Maryland doesn't make it through. UCLA, oh my God, Norfolk State just absolutely crushing into the Elite 8. That's a 14 seed and a 15 seed that made the Elite 8 this year. That is absolutely bonkers. Wow. College basketball this year is crazy. What? Look at this madness. And Alabama over here. Oh, I hate Alabama. They have our recruit. No, they're gonna win with our recruit. That's so sad. But them and St. Mary's are set up for a matchup. Texas Tech, Alabama definitely got the easier draw. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Let's get to the top games. Alabama does beat UCLA. I didn't see what happened in the first game. I would have to put my money on St. Mary's probably. Chad Kent, he should be ours, guys. He should be ours. He should be ours. It sucks so bad. Oh, but imagine this could be us. And St. Mary's does make it through. We could be here playing in this championship game with Chad Kent. And St. Mary's has just a guy who drops 50 points. Are you kidding me? I don't usually look at other people's box scores, but this brother dropped 50 points. Oh my goodness. 14 of 24. I've never seen... Oh my gosh. God, I've never seen a 50 banger. I've seen some 35s and 40s, but I've never seen a 50-point game. Holy smokes. Unbelievable. 5 steals? Wow. This guy single-handedly. Yeah, he's averaging almost 32 a game. This guy was the number one. Yeah, obviously. This guy's going to the league right away. Wow. He went to a school like St. Mary, and he's like, I'm just going to win you a natty really quick before I go. Oh, guys. Let's look at these awards and just remember how crazy of a year it's been for Journeyman. And the history here at South Carolina has been really rich. They still love him here, and we still love South Carolina. Yeah, this guy just swept. Oh, my gosh. I mean, talk about a once-in-a-generation player. I mean, this is crazy. For this guy to go to St. Mary, crazy. This guy, Mark Fox, you're lucky to get a freaking championship. They weren't even that close in intention in recent years. If you look at the last 5 years, there's nothing indicating that they should be doing well. I wish you could see recruiting rankings here as well. They should add that. But wow, national title for you. Congrats. This guy's obviously the best player in college basketball, for sure. All right. How are our players? Nate Oates, Chad Kent. Hey, yeah, the recruit that should have been ours. 2 guys from Alabama. Tough year, guys. Hey, we had 2 second-teamers again. We had an okay squad, but just a lot of attitude issues and just not working together. A lot of young pieces. We weren't set up for success. But also now Journeyman, I sit here in Journeyman's position, and he just wonders what else there is in the world. And you live in South Carolina for 6 years, in Columbia. You were at South Carolina State for 4 years. You were in Virginia for 2. With George Mason, it's like, what else is there, to do on the South and the Atlantic side? It's like he's always been on the South, and just kind of wonders what else is out there. I'm not saying he's leaving right away. It has to be an amazing opportunity. He also loves South Carolina to death, and he built this program with his bare hands, and he can't stand going out on a crazy season, terrible season like this. I built this program with my bare hands. Journeyman built this program. Look at the history. Guys, before we look at the season review, look at the history. Yeah, 18 to 14, it's a bad year, but look how many bad years happened before I got here, and we changed this around. It's kind of like one of my first years, but this is us getting Matt Weaver and absolutely finding a gem. And if we just stack a couple of those gems, imagine what we could have here. But that year really just kind of, 6 years here, 4 years at South Carolina State. We love South Carolina, the Gamecocks. We love South Carolina, the state. But man, we're getting old. Getting old, 52 years old. We want to know what else is out there. We want to achieve our dreams and our goals as well. So let's look at the season review, guys. That's a little bit of my thoughts on the role play before we come up on this really important event. Let's clear out some of these dumb emails. All right. Review. Failed, and wow. Drastic drop off. 8-point drop off. Are you kidding me? They just sent all my progress down from that Final Four. Unbelievable. It's like that Final Four didn't even happen for our prestige. Wow. That hurts. That hurts. Still beautiful facilities. I want to look at my record here. My win percentage, what was it? What is it right now? 73% win rate here. Almost 74 if you want to round it. I have 154 wins to 55 losses. That's pretty good. 155 to all, so I'm almost plus 100 wins. I'm plus 99. 154 wins to 100 to 55 losses. That is damn good. That means out of over 200 games, you win. I mean, that is crazy. That is really, really good. I've done great work here. I mean, I've been the best head coach here. $73%. No championships. 6 NCAA playoffs appearance. Or not all NCAA, so 6 postseasons. I got the best player. Matt Weaver, for sure, was the best player. Just kind of reminiscing through the career, you know, kind of what we've done here before we look. St. Mary's is the champion. Kind of a crazy save it's been, honestly, guys. There's been no super dominant team. I thought North Carolina and Texas would kind of be that, but it's been a good mix. Sometimes the saves don't go like that. Sometimes you find an AI school that goes absolutely insane. It's nice to see a good mix. Okay, guys, but without further ado, I think I know what you guys want to see. I think I know what I want to see too. I want to see what's here. I'm closing my eyes and I'm going to click the button. Alright, I have not looked yet. I'm going to open my eyes now. Huh. Huh. Talk about West Coast. Talking about a change of scenery. Talking about wanting to achieve your dreams. Talk about a program that's not the same program that they should be. Tommy Floyd is probably gone. Rebuild to glory? Maybe the changeup, this is the changeup that Journeyman needs. We like to do research. If it's, it would, if this is a hard, put yourself in Journeyman's shoes. You're the coach at South Carolina. You've been there. You're kind of getting staled out. Things are a little stale. Things are good with your family and wife, but you kind of want to see what else is out there. You want to explore, and you also want to achieve your dreams of being a national champion. Let's see what Arizona has to offer. All right, I'm going to come to the dashboard. I'm going to come back. That is the only job we are considering. 100%. This is the only job we're considering. We're not going to have the ratings here. Can I take a look at their recruiting class? Not great. So their coach has not been recruiting at an elite level to compete like they should be. I could change that. It would take some time because they've kind of fallen off. Let's take a look at the school info. Wow, guys, look at the budget. I mean, almost double. They've won a national championship, but they've been struggling in recent years, and the academics aren't that high. C+ academics. It's hard to pitch that to recruits, but it's also good for recruits because we are a basketball school. We're not here for academic. We're here to play basketball. Let's take a look at their last 5 to 10 year history. What have I been doing at? So Tommy Floyd retired. Oh no, he did not retire. He's unemployed. He got fired as Arizona's head coach and has just been unemployed this whole time. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's crazy. Retired. Steve Forbes. They got rid of him eventually. For the last 6 years that I've been at South, they haven't even made the NCAAs. Oh wow, they haven't made the NCAA since 2025. We're in 2033. Oh my goodness, this program is in disarray. They were ranked and they got knocked out right away. This program is in complete disarray. This program has a wealth of history, and over the last decade, 12 years, this program has just been awful. There is no reason the University of Arizona should be awful in basketball. This is atrocious. This is terrible. I mean, you should be ranked every year, competing for final elite Sweet 16s, Elite 8s, Final Fours every year. Arizona can be a dominant powerhouse. They have so much to offer. They have great facilities, great budget, great history. They've already won it one time, but they are struggling in recent years. This championship doesn't mean nothing. It's a glorified pass. It's honestly a glorified pass. We're investing in what they are investing. They're investing $400,000 starting budget. They are still prestigious. They have the ability to become extremely prestigious. They play in a lower level conference, which means you can probably get in a little easier. Let's be honest. Whew. 4 Final Fours, 19 Sweet 16s, a championship a long, long time ago. Doesn't even matter. If we look at their history, they've been bad for the last 12 years. They've been awful for the last 12 years. Let's look at their staff. I mean, this guy's making $100,000. He was their head coach, and then he got rehired as their assistant. That's hilarious. Yeah, some of these guys I would have to make some serious considerations for. Somebody's making, we got 400, we would have 400,000. Guys, I think this is one of those jobs you can't turn down. Arizona, if this is a dream job, this is a destination job. You can come here and we're going to have to wipe the freaking mess that the previous coaching staff and administration left. It's going to take us a couple years to get going, but we can absolutely compete and win a national championship here at Arizona. And I think it follows really good with the save and where Journeyman wants to go. He wants to go to a school that is a high profile school that he can compete for the top recruits. and he can win a national championship at. I think he could eventually have done that at South Carolina, but he's looking to change up his life. He's looking to move out of the state. He wants to move more West Coast. He wants to switch up his scenery, and he wants to go to a school where basketball is the main school or the main sport for the school. Arizona, basketball is the one of the main sports. It is the main sport that they're pretty good at. So if they will have me, South Carolina, it's been a hell of a journey, guys. It's been a great 6 years. I wouldn't have traded these 6 years for anything. You know, these 6 years built the man that I am today. And it's built the coach that I am today. And all good things must come to an end, you know. All good things must come to an end. And I feel that I have nothing left to prove here for you guys. I've built you guys, and I've ascended you guys, and I hope you guys have appreciated what I've done. And I do love Gamecock Nation. As long as we're not competing on the hardwood, I will be rooting for you guys all the time. Go Gamecocks. However, this one's for me and my journey. Sometimes a man has to do what he needs to do for his own life and career. And I think Journeyman's ready to take that next step. 12 hard-earned years in this brutal industry of recruiting and leading teams. Arizona, if you would have us, me and my family would be more than happy to become your head coach. Before we implement the strategy, I'll take a look at what they're already running. But if you will have us, we would love to come. Journeyman has made the ultimate journey to Arizona to become the next head basketball coach of the Wildcats. What a dream opportunity. This is a dream job, guys. This is a job that I cannot turn down. We've wanted a change of scenery. We wanted to go to a school where basketball was the main sport. We wanted a bigger budget. We got everything we needed here at Arizona. So now we need to build a championship program. That's what it comes down to. They didn't hire us here to not win championships. They know it's going to take a couple of years. I know it's going to take a couple of years, and we're going to have to be consistent. We're going to have to build up prestige. Right now, we're a 3.5-star school for Arizona. We need to skyrocket that back all the way up to a 4-star to a 4.5-star so we can compete. And then, after we'll go from there. But guys, we are the new head coach of the Arizona Wildcats. We're making $750,000, but trust me, in real life, this would be over $1 million for sure. For some reason, this game wants to be really weird with money, but Arizona Wildcat head basketball coach kind of has a ring to it. Let's just take a look at the strategy they are running here. Flex, shuffle, and motion. I'm okay with that, honestly. If they want to run something similar to that, I'm perfectly fine. And they run, I'm perfectly okay with this. We can run their offense since that's what their players are familiar with. And we'll start to cut back on the set usage just a little bit. But here we are, guys. We'll take a look at the roster a little later. But huge career move now. Journeyman, did he find his forever home? Possibly. His dream still would be to coach Duke. He loves Coach K. There would be nothing more to Journeyman to go and coach Duke and try and compete at the same school that his mentor and, he looks up to Coach K. There would be nothing more to coach the same school as him. But right now, guys, that is way, way far ahead. Right now, we are an Arizona Wildcat now. It's been a huge change for Journeyman. He has the opportunity to lead the Wildcats and turn them around after 15 years or 12 to 13, 14 years of being terrible. They are bad. They've been a bad basketball school. And now it is our opportunity to turn all of this into championships within the next 4, 5, 6 years. And I think we can do it. At a school like Arizona, this 68 can become 70, and 70 can become 80 really quick. But guys, I think that's all we have for this episode. I hope you're looking forward to the next one like I am. Journeyman, he got the switch up that he wanted. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. God bless y'all. Peace out.